quickly describe what you heard.
Just gunshots, multiple gunshots, and someone yelled gun, and we ran.
Everyone ran.
Everybody ran.
We're still running.
Friends of Aaron Alexis say Monday's deadly shooting rampage was out of character. They consistently describe him as warm and friendly, someone who practiced meditation and traveled to Thailand. That doesn't square with other information we're now learning. Alexis had at least 3 run-ins with police over the past 10 years, including a 2004 incident in which he shot out somebody's tires. According to his father, Alexis suffered from PTSD related to his involvement in rescue efforts at Ground Zero on 9/11. And there are some reports he recently sought help from mental health issues at 2 VA hospitals. Forensic psychologist Jay Von Ornsteiner is joining us from New York. Also joining us, CNN anchor Don Lemon, who is a contributor to the Tom Joyner Morning Show as well. And Don, you write a provocative article entitled "Face of a Killer: Why the Black Community Must Take a Serious Look at Mental Health." And you say it's a taboo topic among a lot of African Americans. Explain your experience and why you've come to this conclusion.
Well, let me say that I think it's a taboo topic, Wolf, among everyone in America, but my work that I do at the Tom Joyner Morning Show for BlackAmericaWeb.com, it specifically focuses on African Americans. And I say that because as a person of color, I've had to deal with the same thing. Just as a personal example, a few years ago when I was having some issues around depression, I told my own mother that I was seeing a therapist, and she said, "You don't need to see a therapist. What you need to do is see a preacher." And my experience is no different than many other African Americans in the country. They feel that there is a stigma when it comes to that, and it is something that you can pray away. And I'm not just saying that. It's the American Psychiatric Association. The research says that as well. It is the Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health that will tell you as well that the incidences of suicide because of depression and mental illness among African Americans, especially African American men, are higher than the general population, and they are climbing.
How do we fix this, Don?
Diagnosis, proper diagnosis, access to health care, getting rid of the stigma. And one interesting thing that I read, which I thought was very provocative and very informing, was from the American Psychiatric Association. And it says that, while African Americans have overcome many things, slavery and what have you, we underestimate the impact of mental disorders in our communities. And this is a quote: "Many believe symptoms of mental health such as depression are just the blues. Issues of distrust," and this is answering your question, distrust in the healthcare system and mental health stigma frequently lead African Americans to initially seek mental health support from non-medical sources. And what is a better thing to do is have a comprehensive way of treating yourself, seeking it from a mental health professional, and also going to your preacher or your church organization and praying as well.
And having your family help you, that's obviously very important, and letting them support you in this effort to try to deal with some of these issues. Let me let Dr. Ornsteiner weigh in. Based on everything you've heard so far, Doctor, I assume you will agree that this shooter had some serious mental health issues.
Yes, from what everything has been reported, it's my understanding that he certainly had, aside from anger management issues, he had limited coping skills. There's certainly a history of using a gun rather than try to use good negotiation skills. The shooting of the car wheels because someone unfortunately chose to park in front of his house. The situation where he used a gun because the music was too loud upstairs. Another tenant was playing some music, I understand, and he used a gun and fired it. This shows a person who really, their perception is skewed, and they lack the resources or the support to form a therapeutic alliance with a therapist or to admit fully that they had significant mental health issues.
Dr. Von Ornsteiner, thanks very much. Don Lemon, you've done a real service by writing this article. Thanks to you as well, Dr. Von Ornsteiner and Don Lemon. I'm Wolf Blitzer. This is CNN.